In this video, I'll show you how to make this beautiful, simple star. For this star, you'll need 8 translucent pieces of square folding paper. The first thing you're going to do is mark the center of the paper, and I'll show you how to do that. Line up the corners, but don't fold all the way across. Just make a small crease in the center of the edge. Then switch to the opposite corners, line them up, and again, just make a small crease in the center. When you open it up, you'll see that there's a little X in the center. Now you've marked your center. Now, fold all 4 corners of the square to the center of the paper. As you fold each corner to the center, you want to hold it still with one finger while you slide to the edge to make your crease with your other hand. Basically, we're just making a smaller square from the original square, but because of the layers, we'll be able to fold it a really neat way to make a beautiful star. Now what we're going to do is fold each of the top edges to the center crease. This top edge is going to move to the center as we fold the corner in. Make sure you've got it lined up. Hold it still with your fingers on your left hand or your non-dominant hand, and then slide to crease with your dominant hand. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Until we have a symmetrical point. Now you could use this to make a star and just do 8 points like this, but we're going to do something a little bit special to make a little bit more interesting layering. So just open it up to the same square that we had before, and now we're going to take these little flaps in the center on the top 2 corners and fold them up so that the bottom edge of each of them goes to the crease that we've just made. I know that sounds confusing, but if you just look at what I'm doing, it's pretty simple. It's a small fold, but it makes a big difference. Then fold the corners back in to make the point again, and you'll see how different layers have 2 layers, 3 layers, 4 layers of paper, creating some really unique shading. Repeat these folds to make 7 more points, all the same. And when you have all 8 points completed, you're ready to glue. This is how we're going to glue it overlapping, and you'll see that it makes even more beautiful layering. So you'll want to pay attention to where the 2 pieces overlap, and that's where you'll apply your glue on the first piece. Make sure that the center points are lined up and that the edge of the second point is lined up to the center of the first point. Repeat that with all of the other pieces, and I'll show you how to do the final one. So some people like to just glue the last point on the top, but I like to lift the edge of the first piece in order to create kind of a swirl, so that every piece is overlapped the same way. So just apply your glue to the second to last point, the same way that we have been. Glue your final point onto the top of it, and then you'll apply glue to the final point so that your first point can be on top of it on that one side. you have it. Now you have a beautiful star to hang in your window or share with a friend.